Hello and welcome back to the Engage project. Since the last update, there's obviously been a change in the track plan, which is evident with the clay works here. So let me talk you through what changes I have made. So let's start with the changes I've made to the yard then. Well, the reason for doing this was I was just struggling to fit everything in as I originally intended it to. So starting off with the new changes then, obviously the first change is this point being here, because this originally was just going to be a small head shunt sign to about there to store the loco, to shunt the wagons and also to store the loco that brought it in. With the addition of that point, I have created a nice longer siding where I can fit a longer rake of CDA wagons or clay hoods in, and also it gives me a chance to have some shunting activities going on. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I might have the trains divided into 2 rakes of 6 clay wagons. The 37 or whatever engine's on it, we'll bring it in, drop off the wagons in either this side or the one where the cargo wagons are. It will then retreat to here where the 37 is. This is going to be a local stabling point for the yard pilot and obviously the loco for the clay. The yard pilot will then drop onto the clay wagons in whichever one of those 2 sidings they've been put into. Bring them out in either 2 rakes of 6 or one go, but it'll probably be 2 rakes of 6 because the siding will not be any longer than what you see there. And then it will drop back into this long siding here, which is going to be the new loading and unloading bay at the clay works. Okay, so here's a little bit of a progress update so far. I've started to pin the track down underneath the cork, starting from here, working the way around, and as far down as here at the moment. I've also drilled the holes for where the point motors would be and trial fitted them to make sure they will throw properly, and that's all good. Okay, so I've made a bit more progress with track laying and I have run into some problems which I will talk about in a second, but for the moment the obvious bit that I've done is we have a loop, and I've also begun on the fiddle yard too. Now this is as far as I've got at the moment. The 3 points here, they're all pinned down. The curves are just loosely laid there because I'm kind of playing trains when I suppose really I should be working on it, but can't resist having a bit of fun on it. The problem I ran into when I was laying the loop is because I laid the outer track first, which is where the clay train here is. It wasn't quite straight. Well, it was laid straight but going in a slight diagonal way, and when I laid the other bit of the loop, which is here by the 47, you could sort of notice this track here was coming closer to that one as you got down to the end, so I decided to relay it. It kind of sounds like I'm being a bit fussy, but I want it to run smooth at the end of the day and look okay. I mean, it's a little bit noticeable if you're sort of looking down from it above. So what's next to do then? Well, I'm going to finish laying the outermost circuit I think now. I've just got to go into town and buy the curve point for here, and then I can complete the outer oval, which will be where all these tracks are on the messes, which will be tidied up in a minute. And once that's all done, I will then start laying the clay sidings, which will come off that point there. So all I'll do now is leave you with a small clip of the trains running on the layout. So, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this update, and until the next update, see you then.